practice, we're going to start out in kind of easing into a child's pose. So, placing your blanket across your mat. And we'll come to hands and knees to start, and you might find a little wiggle side to side in your spine. And then very slowly kind of rocking back and forth and making your way a little deeper into a child's pose. Finding your way there, and once you get in your child's pose, taking your time, we're going to find some stillness here. So if this feels like too deep a bend in your knees or your hips for first thing in this practice, you can stay a little more upright and be on your forearms. We're moving back as is approachable, no forcing, melting here. And as we begin our practice, really thinking of this pose as a pose of surrender. And today, really the surrendering of the ways in which we no longer wish to go along with the status quo. Maybe that's a general theme for your life anyway. Surrendering the thoughts, the inner conflicts, the challenges that come up when we really tune into self-care, when we tune into planetary care. It makes us different, stand out, question. And deepening your breath here and inviting in your own inner support, fresh prana energy for you to live your truth, for you to live more fully from a place of love, from your heart, from an honoring of the greater connectivity. Deep breaths here. Last two breaths here, and see if you can breathe into your kidneys on your back body, feeling them puff up towards the sky with your inhale and soften with your exhale. And with your next inhale, pulling forward to a tabletop position, maybe realigning. And as you exhale, round back towards your heels. Inhale, scooping forward, pulling up, coming into a cow pose, rounding back, cat. Inhale, scooping forward. Rounding back. Continuing with your breath a couple more times. And the next time you come forward to a cow pose, curl your toes under and press back to a down dog. Bending one knee deeply and then the other, stretching through the backs of the legs. And then finding stillness for 2 breaths. Again, breathing to the kidneys, these great organs of filtration, taking out the toxins. Inhale, pulling forward to a plank pose. Feel free to drop your knees if you'd like. We're going to hold here for 2 breaths, puffing up into the kidneys still. And then lowering down all the way to your belly. Keep your elbows and shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Lifting up head, hands, heart here. So just using the strength of your low back, hands lift off the floor. Exhale, back down. Again, inhale, lift. Really engage the glutes. Squeeze those legs. Exhale, back down. One more time. Exhale down. Place the hands. Pressing back through hands and knees to find your child's pose. Deep breath here. And then sliding the hands in, coming up to a high kneeling position. And we're going to bring our hands to this kidney area. So this is like the space in between the bottom of your ribs and the top of your pelvis, that soft space in your back. And if you can, placing your hands, your palms against that space, fingers down for right now. And we're going to broaden through the chest and open. And you might already feel a nice stretch through your shoulders, maybe into your arms and wrists. And if you'd like, you can begin to look up, engage your glutes. We're really going to squeeze the glutes and look up and just opening here, little morning opening, deep breath. And as you exhale, releasing, coming back to hands and knees. And we're going to extend the right leg out behind us. Flexing that foot, engaging your core to stabilize the leg. And if you feel like you have your balance, you can extend your left arm as well. So we're going to stay here for a couple breaths, feeling into stability, this shape. Really feel your core supporting you here. Then we'll do 5 contractions. So we're going to inhale, lifting arm and leg. Exhale, knee and elbow towards each other underneath your body. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, pulling in. You can imagine reaching out for your deeper truth, alignment, connectivity, bringing it in. 2 more. Awesome. And then we're going to inhale out long, rotate the arm and leg out to the side. See if you can balance here. And then inhale long again and exhale back down. Ooh, feel that? Finding your toes curling under again, press back to a down dog. stillness or movement, whatever feels best to you. Inhale, pulling forward to a plank pose, holding. Feel free to drop your knees, but keep your hips forward if your knees are dropped, shoulders away from the ears. One more inhale, and exhale, lower all the way down. Keep those elbows in, shoulders away from the ears. This time we're going to add the legs to our lifting. So head, hands, and legs lift up off the floor. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. And then press back through hands and knees to our child's pose. Feeling your body and breath awakening. Connecting, empowering your life force for the day. With your next inhale, dragging your hands back in, we're going to come back up to that high kneeling position. So you're welcome to do what we did before, which is hands to the back, fingertips pointing down, and broaden through the chest and just open. If you'd like to go further, we're going to rotate the hands. So now the fingers are going to point up. This is a nice wrist opener, and you might just want to hang out here. I'm feeling it today in my wrists. So if you'd like to go further, we're going to really engage through the glutes and lean back even more. And then as you're ready, inhale, coming back up. And bring the hands back down to the floor. Finding your tabletop position. We'll extend the left leg. Feel this stability here, flexing the foot, feel your core engage. If you feel stable, you can extend the right arm as well. If you choose to just extend the leg, you can do the expansion and contraction just with the leg. So a couple breaths here. And then we'll do 5 lifting and bending. So here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee and elbow towards each other. Inhale, expanding. Exhale in. Keep going. 2 more. Inhale, expanding out, and then we're going to rotate the leg and arm out to the sides. Balancing here, feel your core working. And then inhale back to center, and exhale back down. Beautiful. Curl the toes under, press back. Down dog. Walking out your dog. Or remaining still, whatever feels best to you. With your next inhale, pull forward, plank pose. And holding here, feel free to drop your knees, feeling warmth building in your body. And with your next exhale, lowering down. Beautiful. And stretching the right arm straight out from your shoulder here. We're going to press into the left hand. If you have rotator cuff issues, don't do this one. We're going to press into the left hand, rolling all the way over onto the right side. Rolling onto that arm that's extended behind. And letting the head rest on the floor. If you'd like, you can bend the left knee, placing the foot on the floor behind your right leg, and let the knee drop back behind you into more of a twist here. Really pressing the left hand into the floor, opening through the chest. Deep breaths here. Let's do 2 letting go breaths. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. With your next inhale, unwind, come back to center, and we'll do the other side. So stretching the left arm out from the shoulder, we're going to roll onto that left side, and same thing. Let the head rest on the floor. The right knee can bend, foot to the floor if you'd like. And let's take 2 letting go breaths here. Your next inhale, unwind, come back to center. We're going to do one more thing on our bellies here. We're going to interlace the hands behind the back. If that's not available to you, you can find a towel or a strap or a scarf and hold that between your hands here. So interlacing the hands and then lifting up arms, head, legs. And we're going to breathe 3 deep breaths here. You might feel yourself rock a little on the floor. Really lift those hands up off your back. One more inhale. And exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Turn your cheek to one side. Let yourself melt into stillness, letting go of all effort. It's a great way to be a rebel. Prioritize your rest. One more breath here. And bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders. Inhale, press up and come back to child's pose. And while you're in child's pose here, you might bend your elbows, bring your hands together at the back of your neck and stretch through the back of the arms. And then releasing, and we're going to come up to that high kneeling position. So you might have guessed, we're moving towards camel pose here. And so we had our first option, which is just broadening through the heart and looking up. We had the second option, rotating the hands and leaning back even more, pressing into the hips. And then now, if you would like, you can curl your toes under. If you want to go further, you're welcome to choose either of those first 2 options. If you would like to go further, we're going to bring the fingers up again. And curl the toes under, and then engage the glutes. We're gonna lean back. And then if you'd like, you can reach a hand and maybe the other hand back for your heels and open up here. Choose your adventure. 2 breaths. And then coming back up. Lovely, making your way to hands and knees and to a down dog. Beautiful. You might feel way more open in your spine now. With your next inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through to the outside of the right hand. And inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, back down. Inhale, step back to a down dog. Exhale here. Inhale, lift left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through to the outside of the left hand. Inhale, reach left arm up to the sky. Exhale down. Inhale, step back. So we're going to do this a couple more times. Inhale, lift right leg. Exhale, step through. Inhale, lift right arm. Exhale, down. Inhale, step back, down dog. Inhale, lift left. Exhale, step through. Reaching up. Exhale, down. Inhale, step back. One more time each side with your breath. Beautiful. Inhale, look up past your hands and little baby step by little baby step. Walk your feet up to your hands until you're hanging in a forward fold. Soft knees, shake your head around. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. With your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up, standing all the way up. Palms pressed together. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Take a moment to breathe and notice now that you've arrived to standing. Yay! Excellent. From here, inhale, lifting, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, down, place the hands. We're going to step the left foot back behind us, pivot the heel to the floor, and windmill the arms up to come into a warrior 2. So we're going to bend into that right knee, pull the ribs back so they're stacked over the hips, sinking down through the outside edge of that back foot. Feel your warrior 2 pose here. Warrior for connectivity, for recognizing love. We can come from a place of love. We'll flow here. Inhale, lifting up, straightening that front leg. Arms come overhead. Exhale, we're going to come back into the lunge, but drop that back arm and come into a reverse warrior. Inhale, back up to center, lengthen that front leg. And then exhale, we're going to come into a side angle pose. So dropping the right forearm to the knee. Inhale, coming back up, straighten that front leg. Again, reverse warrior. Inhale, center. And side angle pose. Staying here for 2 breaths. Really feeling that length from the edge of the left foot to the left fingertips, opening the heart towards the sky a little bit. Just one more inhale. And then looking down at the floor, we're gonna step back to a down dog. Exhale here. Inhale, looking up past the hands. A little baby step by little baby step. Walk up to the hands. Exhale, hang in a forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, standing all the way up. Keep the arms lifted, and we're gonna sit down into a chair pose. So see if you can feel the weight evenly balanced on your feet, so you don't have all the weight in the balls of your feet. See if you can bring some back into your heels. We're gonna do some ha breaths here, clearing out. So we're gonna inhale and then sweep to one side, up. Inhale nose, exhale mouth. Find a pace that works for you. Two more. Nice. Inhale up. Oh, feel those legs. Beautiful. Exhale, hands come to the heart. And I'm going to come to the other side of the mat so I can stay facing you for our warrior flow on this side. Finding Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale down, place the hands, step the right foot back behind you, pivot the heel to the floor. You might move the left foot in a little towards the middle of the mat. And then we're gonna windmill the arms up. So we wanna check in, our feet are in alignment with each other, with front toes facing that way, back toes facing out to the side a bit, ribs stacked over hips, bending deeply into that front knee, which is tracking over the toes. Yay. So feel yourself in this strong, steady warrior. To be a rebel in the most loving ways, beautiful ways, helpful ways. With your next inhale, lifting the arms up, straightening that front leg. Exhale, coming into a reverse warrior. So bending into that front knee. Inhale, back up, straighten that front leg. Exhale, we're going to come into a side angle pose. And inhale, back up to center. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, center. Last time, side angle pose. Here, opening the heart to the sky, staying, tracking that front knee over the toes. One more inhale, and then exhale, touching the mat, step back to a down dog. Exhale here. Another deep breath. And looking up past your hands, little baby step by little baby step, walking your feet up to your hands, hanging in a forward fold, soft knees. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, standing all the way up. Reach to the sky, and then we're going to sit down again into our chair pose. So feel your core engage. Make sure you're not tucking your tailbone or sticking your booty out. Nice neutral here, and we'll do some ha breaths. So take an inhale and begin. Find your own speed. Sit a little lower. Two more. Nice. Inhale up. Ooh, lengthen those legs. Exhale, swan dive forward. Soft knees, shake your head and arms around. Ooh. And then maybe widening your feet, if depending on where they are, maybe a little wider than hip width. Sink your hips down, coming towards a squat to whatever extent is available to you. Maybe you can come all the way down and lift your hands up. Maybe your hands stay on the floor, or see if you can lengthen your spine wherever you are. So lovely. And then from here, we'll make our way down gently onto the mat. And I'd like you to roll up your blanket here. I'm going to make a little bolster, which we'll use in just a moment. So set it to the side and come down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Really squeezing them in. And then letting the knees come away from each other. Reach through the inside of the knees, grabbing onto the outside of the feet or the ankles. Your happy baby pose. Rocking a little side to side here. And then releasing here, we're gonna roll over and come up for just a moment to slide our blanket bolster underneath where our spine will be. So the hips stay on the floor, and so somewhere in the mid to low back, the blanket supports all the way up through the head. So finding your Shavasana here with a nice heart opener. Letting your chest broaden. Be open to what is possible when we are sharing, caring, daring in really beautiful ways in our lives. And if your low back feels tweaky here, feel free to bend your knees, and you can let your knees fall in against each other. If you'd also like to have a little more hip opener, you can bring the soles of your feet together. Wherever you are, see if you can close your eyes, relax your jaw. And let's take 2 letting go breaths as we sink into final relaxation. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Letting yourself rest. Nothing to do, just to be. awareness back to the surface of your body. Begin to deepen your breath. And wiggle your fingers and toes. And as you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor. And come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here and keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal. Gently press your way up to find a seat. Sitting with your eyes closed, allow these words by young Pueblo to wash over you. If you really want to be a rebel in a narrow-minded and egocentric society, be more loving. Care more widely and vocally. Boldly live from your heart. Give without fear. Find joy in being selfless. Share your talents. Live without needing permission. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse. And take a deep breath of gratitude, sending that gratitude from your heart out to all the cells in your being. The inner rebel in me honors the inner rebel in you. May we share our love and light widely. Thank you all for joining me for practice. Namaste.